Talita na Radio Fiji One na mwirani nonda bonua.
Ando talita kana borrongo na Radio Fiji One singa toka mboleta ni station ni alumatua.
Ando talita kabale una borrongo na Radio Fiji One station ni alumatua ilo toka.
Ando talita kabale una borrongo na Radio Fiji One mandi na station ni alumatua.
Au tulingoi korbo. Ando borrongo lebe na station ni alumatua na Radio Fiji One. Ando borrongo na Radio Fiji One na station ni alumatua. Nambandoi tele.
Na Radio Fiji One nando mwibiti na bonga ni BNN.
In this bulletin, Kazakhstan looks to further enhance relations with Fiji. Fiji's disaster preparedness improving greatly. And public urge to work with police in combating crime. Good evening and welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. A 22-year-old man has died following a brawl outside a nightclub in Suva early yesterday morning. The man was alleged to have been involved in a dispute brawl with a group of men who then allegedly assaulted him. He was rushed to hospital where he later died. Police have a few suspects in their custody. The Republic of Kazakhstan is looking to expand its cooperation with Fiji in various fields. The 9th largest country in the world was invited by Fiji to be part of the international group of observers at the recent Pacific Island Development Forum. Akasita Tale has more.
Kazakhstan sees the Pacific Islands Development Forum as an ideal platform to further engage in development aspects with the Pacific region. This has pushed for more bilateral cooperation with Fiji.
Kazakhstan is very much interested in developing our friendly relationship with Fiji. Kazakhstan has never been before present in this region, and we adopted a new concept of foreign policy which provides for extending and developing our relationship with countries.
Kazakhstan's cooperation with Fiji is a good example of constructive partnership in the spirit of mutual understanding and friendly cooperation. They are also tapping into new opportunities to develop the relationship between the two countries.
Came to the mutual understanding that agreement on visa-free entrance to Kazakhstan and Fiji could be signed in the nearest future, and hopefully we will sign it in the coming months.
Kazakhstan has expressed interest to develop strong cooperation with Fiji through various interactions.
It will definitely facilitate exchange of people between our countries, to facilitate tourism, and Kazakhstan is very much interested in developing a relationship in the field of tourism with your country.
Sadikov says there will be continuing dialogue on education, sustainable energy and security issues and cultural exchange between the two countries. Fiji established bilateral relations with Kazakhstan in June 2012. Akusita Talei, FBC News.
Another new proposed political party, the proposed One Fiji Party, is expected to register soon. The proposed spokeswoman Leisa Ndingitaki says the party platform seeks to select honourable and competent new generation of leaders to Fiji's parliament with the sole purpose of bringing together all Fiji citizens as one. More details of the proposed party will be released soon. Fijians have improved their state of preparedness when it comes to natural disasters. This was evident during last month's flood in Raki, and the National Disaster Management Framework says this is good. Akasita Tale has more.
Disaster awareness should be a continuous campaign both in the rural and urban areas. This is the only way to continuously educate Fijians to keep them on their toes.
The awareness to the communities it should be continuous, and there should be a lot of coordination with our NGOs and our CSO partners who are doing those programs in most communities.
The latest floods proved that our system works. However, there is always room for improvement.
Now more dependent on food rations immediately after disasters. Actually, when we do our awareness trainings in the communities, we encourage them to prepare for at least 2 to 3 days.
Ratulevu says in some extreme cases, accessibility to evacuation centers are difficult. The public is encouraged to work with donors and NGOs.
In terms of the sustainability of the program that they are running, because some NGOs, some CSOs, they come in, they live, but the communities that are suffering, and to avoid duplication of efforts, and actually in some cases some communities are completely left out.
The Natural Disaster Management Framework will continue to educate the public to be better prepared for disasters to reduce risks and loss. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Fiji athletics rep Roy Ravana Jr.'s body will arrive into the country tomorrow morning, accompanied by his parents and younger brother Samuela. The final funeral service will be held on Saturday at the Maris Brothers High School's Lambert Hall in Flagstaff, Suva, followed by the interment at the Suva Cemetery. A memorial service was held in Sacramento, California yesterday. Attorney General Ayaz Sayed Qayyum is urging the public to appreciate the work done by the Fiji police force in combating crime in Fiji. Sayed Qayyum made the comments while closing the Duavata Northern Crime Prevention Carnival in Lambasa last night. Sharon Lata reports.
The Fiji police force is doing well in fighting crime in the country. However, in doing so, police also need the support of the public.
So you as a community need to work together with the police, and they as a police force want to work together with you. And at the same time, government at the top of it is going to create these opportunities so we reduce crime. So it is a collaborative effort, ladies and gentlemen.
The Northern Crime Free Carnival started last Saturday and brought together people from all walks of life, an effort to help raise awareness on having a crime-free community.
That if we have a strong family unit, if we have a strong community unit, if we have a strong province unit, if we have a strong nation unit, then we will all benefit from it.
The week-long carnival culminated with the crowning of contestants last night. Miss Bua Alumedi Sevakasinga was announced the overall winner for Miss Duavata Northern Crime Prevention 2014.
Everything that has happened tonight and for the past few weeks, the glory and the honors is given back to God.
Miss Senganga Alumita Ravesa took out the charity title, while Mr. Dalip Chand and son Simeone Songodolo was crowned king. Sharin Lata, FBC News.
Coming up after the break, beauty contestants take challenge off the stage.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nen.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about bottle cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. You're with FBC News. 25 commercial vehicle operators have been fined by the Land Transport Authority for overloading. The vehicles were booked during a joint operation between the Land Transport Authority, Fiji Roads Authority and the Fiji Police Force at the Naimborembore bypass in Tailevu. Savaratambua has more.
The aim of the joint operation is to ensure that public safety is not compromised and government investment on the road infrastructure does not go to waste.
As far as the Fiji Roads Authority is concerned, this is our first visible show of cooperation with the enforcement agencies in Fiji, so that we can all have that common goal of safe and maintain roads for the use of everybody in Fiji.
LTA CEO Naisa Tunadeva says vehicles booked are carrying more than the legal weight limit.
Most of that being booked are those carrying merchandise and those that are involved in the logging industry. These are the ones that are topping the list.
Those booked have been given 21 days to clear off their fines.
We cannot run away from this because one day you're still going to show up at an LTA office and these fines will be waiting and hanging there.
The operation is being conducted on a random basis and drivers are reminded to carry the legal weight limit. The operation at the Naimborembore bypass will be carried out for 3 weeks. Saber Tambua, FBC News.
Fijian Media Association will be conducting a membership drive soon. This is an important step for the newly established association so that they can gauge what the needs of its members are. Ellen Stoltz reports.
The upskilling of journalists in the country is one of the Fiji Media Association's main goals.
The first thing we would want to do is to hear from members on what are their training needs, because one of the areas identified as a priority is training and development of skills for journalists. So we're hoping to get feedback from members.
The association was formed last month to be the voice of the media industry in the country. Fiji Times journalist Shelvin Chan says it's time that the grievances and concerns of the media are heard.
We did commit towards having an association which would reflect the voice of journalists, not only during times of trouble and stuff, but also making journalists' needs and what they need in the industry to be heard.
Natasha Begum, a second-year USP student, says it's important that such an association is inclusive of everyone in the media industry and not just journalists.
Yes, I would like to be a part of an association like this because I feel the training and things that it would provide would be beneficial for people like me and anybody else who's employed by any media company, because they will have access to trainings and also be able to enhance whatever skills they have and also increase productivity.
This is not the first time that such an organization has been formed. However, this time around, the hope is that it succeeds at uniting media in Fiji and developing it into a better one that can effectively serve Fiji. Ellen Stoltz, FBC News.
Women in Business President Dr. Noor Bano Ali is calling on women to participate more in commercial activities. To achieve this target, Women in Business is running a series of workshops around the country aimed at encouraging women to venture into their own businesses. Shireen Latta reports.
30 women from the Central Division took advantage of the workshop held in Suva to enhance their skills in commercial activities.
Some are already in business. Some are intending to start and want to understand how to go about it. And others just interested to learn. We've got a journalism student, we've got some young girl from USP as well, and generally women who are intending to venture into any commercial activity.
These women were told of how to register their businesses, the importance of registering, preparing business plans, marketing, financing, promoting their businesses, and how to become a successful businesswoman.
I'm inspired by my husband to be here, to be able to learn on how I can help with in the business that we run.
The reason why I'm attending this workshop is to actually help me to really get down with the books and to see how to manage a business, the proper documentation that we need, all the technical things that we need to know if we want to get into business.
I'm here to learn and network and learn how I can register my company and conduct my business.
Such workshops have already been held in the Central and the Western divisions. The next one will be held in Savu Savu.
We have networking lunches, and we have evening get-togethers, networking evening get-togethers and socials, whereby we allow and provide the medium for women to come in and exchange, business exchange forum, so to speak. Allow them the platform to be able to meet other women and share the experience and knowledge across the.
Dr. Ali is not only urging women to actively participate in commercial activities, but to vie for the Women in Business Awards as well. With the huge success last year, there are plans to include few more categories in next year's awards. Shireen Latta, FBC News.
Competition for the Miss World Fiji toughens up as contestants gear up for the crowning next month. The contestants were at the Kilo Eco Adventure Park in Namosi to exercise team bonding. Josephine Navula reports.
Apart from the glamorous scenes up on stages, the ladies took up another challenge as the battle of the Miss World crown heats up.
Not only did the girls experience all the activities that's available at Kilauea, such as the leap of faith and the long ropes and zip lining, they also came together to bond. This is a good experience for the girls as they as we get into the depth of the competition.
Blake says the activities are part of Beauty Pageant's program.
This is also another tourism initiative for us as a national franchise, as we expose the various activities that the contestants can do should we win the bid to host Miss World 2017.
The activities were an eye-opener for most of the candidates.
Today was just amazing. It was an awesome experience. It was just off the hook. I really loved it. And I would encourage anybody to try out Kilauea. It's just an amazing experience.
It's been fun and exciting, and I'm so thankful to all the support that I've been getting, I've been receiving, and I do encourage young girls to come and join next year. It's a golden opportunity.
The Miss World Fiji 2014 crowning will be held at the Pearl South Pacific Resort in Pacific Harbour on July 26. Josephine Vula, FBC News.
And coming up on FBC Sports, Rewa sweats on semi-final berth in the Vodafone Fiji FACT.
Talita na Radio Fiji 1 na mwira ni nonda bonua.
Ando talita kana borrongo na Radio Fiji 1 singa toka mboleta ni station ni Alumatua.
Ando talita kabale una borrongo na Radio Fiji 1 station ni Alumatua ilo toka.
Ando talita kabale una borrongo na Radio Fiji 1 na mandi na station ni Alumatua.
Au tungo korbo ando borrongo lebe na station ni Alumatua na Radio Fiji 1.
Ando borrongo na Radio Fiji 1 na station ni Alumatua na bandoi tele.
Welcome to FBC Sports. Now, the Rewa football side will be counting on Lambasa to beat Ba in the final group match of the Vodafone Fiji FACT to qualify for the semi-finals. The Delta Tigers defeated Nandronga 3-0 earlier today and need Ba to lose in order to progress to the semi-finals alongside Lambasa. Ba, on the other hand, needs a win or a draw to qualify.
Nakalevu for the Rewa side, turning again. Still have another Nakalevu, and Sokoru turns and puts one, pulls it back again. 36 minutes of play, and Rewa go up by 2-0.
The match between Ba and Lambasa is currently underway at Ratudakambao Park. Meanwhile, in earlier games today, Suva defeated Nandi 1-0, while Lotoka drew with Navua 1-1. So far, Suva, Nandi and Lambasa have sealed their spots in the semi-finals next weekend. 200 swimmers took part in the 3-day long course championships in Suva. The tournament came to an end this afternoon with officials impressed by the standard of competition at the National Aquatic Centre. Chalendo Dhaka reports.
This year's long course championship at the National Aquatic Centre has been hailed as a success. Officials were overwhelmed by the number of records that have fallen over the 3-day competition.
We've seen a number of open records, 3 open records fall and 21 national records. So I think it's a very good sign. It just shows that our younger swimmers are coming through and raising the standard.
8 clubs participated in the championship with a host of overseas swimmers also in the mix.
We're also are glad to have with us quite a few of the swimmers who are currently studying and training in the US on sports scholarships. So we have 3 or 4 of them in here, and plus another 4 or 5 who are going up soon to the States as well on sports scholarships.
The results of the competition will be a pleasing sight for Fiji swimming in the build-up to the 2015 Pacific Games. Salendo Dhaka, FBC Sports.
Today's weather, showers were experienced over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, fine weather prevailed. Similar to the Fiji FACT, temperatures seem to be having a competition today. Lambasa had the highest temperature, recording 32 degrees on the chart. Ba hit 31 degrees and Lotoka 29. Other places recorded 27 degrees. As you kick-start the week tomorrow, there will mostly be fine conditions across the centres except for clouds over Suva and Savu-Savu. As for the further outlook, the weather will be fine apart from brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. The trend of cool nights continues. The highlights of our news tonight. Kazakhstan looks to further enhance relations with Fiji. Fiji's disaster preparedness improving greatly, and public urge to work with police in combating crime. On to this week's poll question. Do we need more political parties to contest the election? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email, citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj, or share it with us via our Facebook page, FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News, or simply hashtag FBC News. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Some food for thought by Aristotle as we start another promising week. Good evening.